We are doing US 31's children. It is US 431. So let's get started for US 431. US 431 starts in Dothan, Alabama, Gadsden, Nashville, Tennessee, and then ends up in Owensboro, Kentucky. So let's do US 431. US 431 will be turning right. US 84 will go into Georgia. It's going to Enterprise to Andaleza. So US 231 will head into Montgomery. And then US 431 will go to Ephelea. I forgot what the name is for US 82. I don't know. So we're going to be on US 431 today. US 84 is splitting off. So we're going to be heading it out of Dothan, Alabama. We are turning right for US 431. We are meeting US 82. That will take you into Montgomery like US 231. So US 82 is congruent with us. Just for a little bit. US 82 will be splitting off. It'll head into Montgomery, Alabama. We're heading to Phoenix City for US 431. We are meeting US 280 for Columbus and Birmingham, Alabama. So US 280 will end in Birmingham. So I will do US 280 next. Anytime. And it says to Interstate 185. Sorry. I had a drink because there's like a Diet Pepsi, so there's Interstate 185 that will take you into Atlanta, Georgia. We are assigned for Opeka. And then US 80 is joining us. US 80 and Interstate 185 is signed for Columbus, Georgia. US 280 is signed for Birmingham. And US 431 is signed for Opeka. US 280 is leaving us, so it's going in on Interstate 85 and US 29. So already done US 29 from yesterday. We are meeting Interstate 20. 20 East is signed for Atlanta, and 20 westbound is signed for Birmingham, Alabama. It's still correct, so US 431 is still turning straight and heading on with US 78. We are on Interstate 20 westbound. We are splitting off with Interstate 20, so US 431 will meet US 78. Under that bridge is US 78, because US 78 will go from Atlanta, from Birmingham. So US 78 will head into Memphis on I-22. We are meeting US 278. So US 278 will go to Atlanta, Georgia. We're in Gadsden, so we're meeting US 411. We are meeting Interstate 59 North. So 59 North is signed for Chattanooga, Tennessee. And southbound is signed for Birmingham, Alabama. So that is still a great choice for Interstate 59. And we are meeting US 11 in Alabama. So I know this US highway for US 11. It comes from New Orleans, Louisiana, all the way up from New York to Canada border. So I know US 11. We are now on US 11 with US 431. We are splitting off with US 11, so US 278 and US 431 is staying to the other side. And now we're splitting off with US 278. So we'll head into Huntsville, Alabama. I like that choice. We are crossing the Tennessee River. So that is the lake of Guntersville. We are meeting US 231 to Interstate 565 in Huntsville. We are joining US 72. So US 72 will go into Florence, Alabama. And US 72 will head into Chattanooga, Tennessee. So US 431 will head into Tennessee. And welcome to Tennessee. US 231 is leaving us. And there's US 64. It says truck US 64. So we're turning straight with US 431. We are meeting US 31A. Why are we doing the letter A? Just put US 31. Why are you doing this, T-Dot? So now US 431 will turn somewhere to Nashville. We are on top of Interstate 65. This will take you to Huntsville. It should have been signed Birmingham. And then for Nashville for Interstate 65. We are meeting Interstate 840 that will take you into Knoxville, Tennessee from Memphis, Tennessee. Hey, let's go check out that In-N-Out Burger somewhere. They built it over there. I don't know why they had to build In-N-Out Burger. We are meeting US 31. That will take you into Nashville, Tennessee. US 31 is splitting off, so US 431 is staying straight. We are meeting Interstate 440 for Memphis and Knoxville. I can't believe this is our first time in Nashville, Tennessee. That is awesome. And we're meeting US 70S. Why are we doing letter S and N? Just put US 70 only. We are meeting Interstate 40 for Knoxville and Memphis. And Interstate 65 for Louisville and Birmingham, Alabama. But it should have been not Huntsville. There is US 70. We are crossing the Cumberland River with US 41. There's Interstate 24 that will take you in to Clarksville and to Knoxville. So it goes into Chattanooga, Tennessee. And now US 41 is splitting off, so US 431 will head in to I-24. Eventually, Interstate 24 is getting signed for Clarksville and Chattanooga. We are meeting Interstate 24 for the third time. We are back on with US 41 for US 431, so it'll split off again. And we are entering into Kentucky. We are joining US 79 in Kentucky. US 79 is splitting off with US 431. We are meeting US 68. So US 68 is joining us with US 431. So I'm going to do the US 68 after US 45 Part 3 comes out. We are splitting off with US 68. US 431 will head into Owensboro. We are meeting US 62 that will head into Owensboro to Greenville. US 431 is signed for Owensboro, and US 62 is signed for Greenville. So we're splitting off with US 62. US 60 is signed for Hayesville, but it should have been Paducah. So US 431 ends in Owensboro, right to the US 60 sign. US 60 is signed for Henderson. So we end in Kentucky. Thank you all for the US 431 video, and I'll see you next time for US 45 Part 3. We'll see you next time, and goodbye.